Hi ladies. So today I have a Tabata for you. So you're going to need an interval timer, whether you can just download one for free, like an app. I use one on my phone called Simple Interval Timer. Something like that where you can hear the beeps and you can set the time for your work and the time for your rest. So just to review quickly, a Tabata is 8 total rounds. It's 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. So when you set your timer, you set it for that, for the work part and the rest part, 20 seconds and 10 seconds for 8 rounds. And then what I'm going to do in the video is just show you each Tabata superset. So we're going to do 2 exercises that you're going to alternate through. So you're going to hit each one 4 times, if that makes sense. And then just see everything again in the comments section or in the description, of the video of exactly what you're supposed to do. And then watch the video for a tutorial. And then go at it on your own. And if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section and we'll get back to you right away. Okay, so make sure you've warmed up first. I'm not going to go through that because this video is going to be a little bit shorter. So either do a little bit of cardio, go through some joint range of motion, do a few squats, things like that to kind of get your body warmed up, obviously, before you jump into something like this. And then let's get started. Okay, so superset 1 is a pop squat and then a mountain climber. So I'm going to show you a couple variations, a high impact and then a low impact variation of each. So the pop squat, you're going to start with your feet more narrow, maybe about hip distance apart, and then jump out and sit back into a squat, tap the floor, and then back up. So it goes like this. Out, in, reach the hips back, keep the chest up, pull the core in, and then from the side, here, so you would do that one for 20 seconds. This is your alternative here if you don't want to add the jumping. So you still start with those narrow feet, and then you go wide, in, in. So you're alternating back and forth, side to side into your squat. So you'd have your 10-second rest, and then you go into your mountain climber. So hands onto the floor. So you start into that plank position, shoulders over the wrists, nice and solid core, and then driving the knees in. So make sure that those shoulders stay nice and stable. You're not collapsing. And then you're just driving the knees in towards the chest. So option 2 for that, if you have a couch or coffee table or chair and you want to elevate your hands, then you can do that instead. So you just wouldn't go to the floor. All right, so there's your superset 1. So you would do pop squat and then mountain climbers, back and forth for 4 of each, which is 8 total rounds. And then take a rest, and I'll see you in your superset Tabata number 2. All right, okay, number 2, we're gonna do a squat thrust, which is another name basically for like a modified burpee. And we're gonna do speed skaters. So we're gonna superset those 2, again, back and forth for your 8 rounds. So squat thrust, you're going to start with your feet wide and then hands to the floor, hop out, hop up, stand. All right, modified, you could again have your hands elevated. So you could walk out, walk in, stand. You could hop out, hop in, stand. Or if you do want to stay on the floor, then again, you can walk, 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 stand. All right, that's number 1. And then you're going to pair that with a speed skater. So you're going to start reaching 1 foot back, tap the floor. So you're in almost like a curtsy lunge type thing. and then hop over and reach for the other side. Keep the spine nice and long, shoulders back, chest up, and then side to side. So each one of those 20 seconds long, 10 seconds between. You'll go back and forth for 8 total rounds, which is 4 of each. And I'll see you for number 3. All right, Tabata superset number 3. So we've got a squat to a straight leg kick and superset that with a plank jack. All right, so for the first one, you just set your feet about a comfortable squat distance and then sit back, come up, kick, and reach for that foot. Alternating legs. You want to try to reach for those toes. Good, okay. So that's your first one. Modification is not really necessary. I would say maybe squat and then knee up if you didn't want to extend that leg out, or obviously if you can't reach your toes, maybe shin or knee. All right, we're going to superset that with a plank jack. So you're going to come back down to the floor into a plank position, shoulders stacked over the wrist, pulling in, and then starting with the feet together, we're going to hop out and in. So nothing else should be moving. You should be nice and stable across your back, your core. It's just those legs moving in and out. Modification 1 would be plank, tap, tap. If you have sore wrists, you can do it also on the forearms here, either hopping or tapping. Or lastly, you would again have your hands elevated onto something, and you could either tap or hop. All right, so have fun with that one, and I'll see you for our last one, Tabata number 4. Okay, Tabata superset number 4. So we've got something called a deck squat. And then we're going to superset that with toe taps. So for the deck squat, you're definitely going to want to make sure you have a mat or something so that you have a little bit of something soft to come down onto. So you're going to start with your feet wide like you're going down into a squat, and then sit back, roll back, and then use momentum and stand back up. Down, roll, and up. So if you don't have the mobility to get yourself down, or if you struggle to get yourself back up, you can use your hands. So you go down and then up and push. If even that is a little challenging, then what I would say for you is to just maybe work on either coming down into a low squat. So you would come down and work on maybe just deepening your squat, or you can stay down and actually just work on the sit-up portion. So you could come down and then sit up, take your arms overhead, and then sit up. So either one would be a good alternative modification for that one. And then your last one that you're going to superset with is toe taps. So it's just nice and simple. You're just reaching for either the floor or for a surface. If you want something a little bit more challenging than you would have if you have like a stool or a step, ledge or something like that, you could use, I'll just show you with one of my kettlebells. So you're just going to reach the toes and tap your surface as you hop from side to side. So staying upright, pulling the core in. You can scale it back by just tapping and not jumping. If you don't have anything around you, just tap the floor. Same thing. All right, so there you go. There's your last Tabata. And make sure that heart rate comes down. Once you're finished, have a good stretch out, and I'll see you in the next video.